Look, Michael, we really wanted to be here and partner, as we've been doing for several years, with the Atlanta International School, because this is where it kind of started for us to bring the message of My Freedom Day to schools around the world. This has been the hub for this day of awareness raising, and nobody's voice is heard more or louder or matters more than that of Dorsey Jones. You just said her name, and I want to introduce her. So Dorsey is with us, and Dorsey is a survivor. You have a hard story to tell. You are a survivor of child sex trafficking, and you have been sharing your story, not because you like to do it, but because you want people to hear this and you want to educate people. Tell us a little bit about what happened to you and what is your story.
Well, when I was 11 years old, I was living in South Georgia, Bainbridge, Georgia, and my pimp was not someone that came in a car in a purple hat. He was deprivation. Deprivation was my pimp because we didn't have adequate food, we didn't have clothing, and we didn't have water and lights. So my neighbor crumbled up $20, and he gave me those. When he gave me those $20, it made a difference in my home. It allowed me to prepare a meal for my brothers and sisters. And then my neighbor began to sleep with me. He passed me to his brother, and they passed me to their father. And before you knew it, before I turned 12, half of the community had slept with me. I was hungry, I was scared, and men took advantage of me at a young age in my life.
And you say it's because of deprivation. That's what you want people to understand. Because you had to eat, because your family didn't have much.
Right, because my mom wasn't able to provide for us the way a mother should. It caused the men in the community to know that I was vulnerable and that there was a need in my home. And they took advantage of me because they knew at that moment that me sleeping with them, not only did they give me money, sometimes they just bought me a box of cereal, or they bought, one man even slept with me just for ice cream out his deep freezer.
Child sex trafficking is a crime that thrives in darkness. The less people know about it, the better it does. And by the way, it is the second fastest growing criminal industry in the world, according to the U.S. Justice Department. What do you want people to know now that we're shining a light on it today?
I want people to understand that children don't wake up in the morning and say, you know, I want to sell my body. Children are put in situations where they are forced to do things inappropriately with their body. And until we educate globally, until we really eradicate what sex trafficking is, what child exploitation is, we'll never get a grasp of it. We need to educate our men because they are buying our children. And we need to have real conversations, just like ASSI is doing. We need to have conversations in the community and bring this epidemic down.